Hi there, this is Jane. I have been back from Singapore for 2 weeks. But whenever I open up this bag, all my memories of Singapore come back to life again. Maps, currencies, introductions, those are all signifiers of my memories in Singapore. Frankly, I was a bit regretful of not going to those two places, but now I don't think so anymore. Because I have experienced much more delicious things in Singapore. Yes, but not only food. So let's have a look. Getting up before 5 o'clock a.m. is so awful, but knowing a wonderful journey was ahead of me, I was so excited and delighted to embrace it. Our journey started when we got on plane. Honestly, this was my first time of taking a daytime airplane. It will be offering a chance of flying through clouds. Trust me, choose the window seat. It would never let you down. Okay, here we are. We're in Singapore. The first impression of Singapore is everything is green. It's well known that Singapore has a nickname of Garden City, but you can't experience it or realize it, how wonderful it is, unless you are in Singapore in person. Everything around you is wrapped in green. Even the air you're breathing in is green. Singapore is such an indeed eco-friendly city. Fine, cut to the chase. Let's see what we've visited in Singapore. The first one is Garden by the Bay. Those are artificial lighthouses in green vines. It's said in evenings those branches will be light up. And this is a very big indoor garden where gathers a lot of different species of plants and flowers from all over the world. It's not a simple botanic garden. There are a lot of animal statues made up with vines or plants. Speaking of animals, let's go to Night Safari. Before I went to Singapore, I've heard Night Safari is one of the most famous hot interests of Singapore. As the name shows itself, Night Safari is the night zoo for people to visit. It's the time to meet our nocturnal animal friends.
The blue tint on the barrel's coat makes it give their head.
I have to say the journey on the trolley car is an English comprehension trip. Besides, it's also a huge test of your eyesight at night. I can only see those big giant animals, like the king of the elephant, deer, flamingo, lion. Wow. Speaking of lion, which is the representative of Singapore, and the original meaning of Singapore is Lion City. This famous statue is Merlion. In my understanding, Merlion is the combination of a mermaid and a lion. As you can see, the statue has a fish tail and the head of it is a lion. After the first hectic day, we went to Nanyang Technology University the second day. It's very typical of buildings in NTU with red roofs and red walls. There is no doubt that the hottest building in NTU is the Hive, and in Chinese it's called 小笼包. Let's get in and have a close look of it. I had no idea of what the Hive served for before I got in. Now I got it. It's the study center for all students. The elevation of the building is curved, as you can see, which represents the design idea behind the building. Instead of having only one entrance of the building, students can get in and out of the building from different directions. And further explanation might be this is an open public sphere which may offer students a very relaxing environment to create new things. Hey! Don't forget we are a study trip. We went to NTU to attend a lecture about health communication offered by a very famous professor. Pretty inspiring, I say. After attending the lecture, we went to NTU's film studio or interview studio. On the fifth day, we went to Universal Studio. Admittedly, it's very popular among especially teenagers or young people, but you can see many middle-aged people, they love to go there to play. As for me, I'm not into entertainment park that much, so we choose our alternative. Where shall we go? We always have options. And by the way, this is Sentosa. Yes, casino is on the island. So back to my alternative, have I been to hiking again? Not for this time. But I guarantee you, a much more interesting place. My new friend and me, we went to Yubin Island. Where required us to take a boat first. Then we had our cycling trip. It's so enjoyable and relaxing while cycling through trees on both sides of me. I do appreciate any chance of going back to nature and getting connected to it. It's the most magic and powerful method for me to restore my energy. It's a spiritual and secret moment when you stand in front of such a giant tree. The sunshine streamed down from the branches. Keep your head up, till your eyes meet the canopy of the tree and say hello to it. And one more thing, surprises never end. They will pop into your life only if you dare to get out of your comfort zone and go to strange places and try to find and appreciate those beautiful sceneries around you. Surprises in a trip are things out of your expectations, just like this. It's raining in the circle, but outside of it, it's sunny. It's very lucky of us of onboarding this boat with these fishermen. It's a very rare chance of listening to their stories, and the sunset on that day was brilliant and impressive. Despite those stunning natural places, we also went to some historical and lively places such as Chinatown. It's the time to go to Chinatown because Chinese Spring Festival is around the corner. You can tell the lively atmosphere through the decoration. It's rabbit year. Honestly, at Chinatown will never let you down. Let's go to a typical place where can show you the diversity of Singapore. This is Little Indian. This district of Singapore is Indian community. From the decorations of a store and the paintings on the wall, you can have a pre-experience of visiting India in Singapore. As for other places, you want to have a taste of art and history, those places must be National Museum and National Art Gallery. Luckily, the day I went to National Art Gallery was the open day for a Light to Night festival. It's an art publicity or art education activity in every 2 years of Singapore. Time passed so quickly of the 1 week stay in Singapore. When I look back at this trip, I'm satisfied because I met new friends. I had wonderful and unforgettable experiences. As for those 2 missing parts, those are new starts for my next trip in Singapore. And see you next time.